Poe and Pondering back with another video. Yeah, I'm here to address the lies. Make sure that you subscribe to this channel, thumbs up the video and all of that. Listen, I'm here to talk about Megan Thee Stallion and, her VMA gig. You know what I'm saying? Megan Thee Stallion at the VMA, so they're trying to report that Megan, she had an 8% increase over last year. Anything that they trying to do, they trying to make it seem like Megan is more than. Megan did this, Nicki tour, Megan tour. Nicki went up on the number and the viewership on the VMAs, Megan went up. But listen, it's not that simple. And also, I want to explain this to you too, right? And I understand, like, listen, this whole viewership thing and like the growth within a business, right? So, all right, so let's just say this, right? When it came to the VMAs and everything with Megan Thee Stallion being involved and Nicki Minaj being involved, Nicki trended, people searching, all of that, doing all of that, right? It was big, right? Megan Thee Stallion was not trending during the VMAs. She wasn't. Everybody else was trending. Because the thing about it that they don't realize is that they're trying to force Megan on people and try to put her in places where she really has not worked hard enough to even achieve. She got that position all due to Roc Nation. And we're going to talk about that, right? One thing I want to address just in the top, and listen, this goes for Nicki Minaj and this goes for Megan Thee Stallion. I want you to know this, right? And let's just be serious on a business level, right? The viewership for the VMAs it's bigger than on a business level. It's bigger than them too, right? Bigger than Nicki, because a business, they want to grow each and every year. So last year they had 3.9. What did they have? 3.92 with Nicki. This year they grew 8%, so it went up to 4 million, right? Allegedly, they're saying that they had that. But the thing about it is that, and that's bigger than just the artist. A business wants to see growth. They don't want to see decline. That's what any business. So I just want to say that first and foremost. So the business is going to do any and everything, right? And of course, with some orchestration probably from whether it's the record label or Roc Nation throwing in ideas like, what can we do to make this big, or what can we do XYZ, right? So I want to say this, right? Megan Thee Stallion was not trending online at all. She wasn't trending. None of the rules was bending. She ain't do it big at all. And today, you know what I did? Today is Friday. I said, what I want to do, it's been 2 days, right? I want to go to US iTunes and I want to see the impact that the awards had, because you want to know something? The awards were broadcasted on several platforms. I want to read this article to you about this whole ordeal, and then I'm going to break down to you why this looks crazy. So MTV Music Awards ratings telecast rises just over 4 million viewers, right? The MTV Music Video Awards saw a jump in viewership over last year's telecast, according to Nielsen data. The VMAs nabbed approximately 4.8 million viewers. The original telecast the original telecast and 2 encore airings, that is up roughly 8% compared to last year's show, which pulled in 3.78. So I'm sorry, it was 3.78 million, the one that Nicki did. The 2024 show represents the VMA's biggest audience in 4 years. So the main telecast was broadcast across 13. They had 13 different networks. They playing the VMAs on 13 networks. MTV, Comedy Central, Paramount Network, TV Land, CMT, MTV2, Logo, Pop, Nick and Night, VH1, BET, Her, Univision, and the Unimas, right? So listen, I think that, and the reason a lot of this is happening is that, they added the Latin community into it, right? But what I want to tell you, I just read off, I don't know if I read off 13 or if they just said 13 and listed the prime ones, but the thing about it is that I want you to imagine this, right? And this is facts. This ain't no BS. This is facts. Imagine having 13 networks air the VMAs. Imagine being most rated and all of that, right? Or the whatever, however you want to say it. And you not trending. Imagine that, and I go to US iTunes today and you sitting at number 160. You sitting at 160 on US iTunes. You need to put the SOS out to buy soon. You need to tell your fans that. You talking about hotties and Act 2 is coming. You need to push Act 1. And you know what's so disgusting? Megan, you want to be Beyonce so bad. And I'm pretty sure, She's inspired by Beyonce. I get it. A lot of people are inspired by her work ethic alone, her music. Her music first, her work ethic, and I'm pretty sure she knows that from being behind the scenes and being a damn godchild, doing any and everything like Beyonce, telling the crowd, make some noise, do this, do that, and it's like, shorty, be you, do what you gonna do. Act two. It's like you want to be Beyonce so bad, and it's disgusting. It's disgusting. What you got to do is sell Act 1. I want to say this, right? So that's for the albums. I posted it on the community tab. Go check that out. Megan Thee Stallion, after having over 4 million viewers that night, and you know after the VMA airs, they play it over and over and over again, right? You know that, right? You know that they keep repeating it, keep playing it. And you mean to tell me that Mamushi is not in the top 20 of iTunes? If that performance meant so much, Hiss is not in the top 20 of iTunes if the performance meant so much. So listen, I'm from the day and era, and I don't give what you say, right? Award shows, when any type of award show happens, the organic precedence is supposed to be for units and sales to go up. It's supposed to be. You mean to tell me that the people who seen that award show, your album is a lousy $4.99 and it wasn't on their mind to put it in the grind to get it up? You mean to tell me that they couldn't get that? At least you should be in the top 10. You hosted the show. Dressing up in all these costumes and everything like it's Halloween already. Dressing up in all these costumes, fake voice and all of that. They want you to think that you compete with Nicki. And what, she coming out with Act 2, so what, she supposed to be doing the second leg of the tour now? You understand what I'm saying? Nicki was supposed to come out with her deluxe album, and you see she put a halt on it because what these girls want to do is want to be attached, and Nicki's not playing that no more. She not playing it no more. You know, Rock Nation, my cousin, she had this statement. She had this saying when I was younger. She used to always say, you try hard, you die hard. And I don't want Megan to die. I'm talking about career-wise. They trying to make this girl look like everything, and I know that 2 and 2 ain't making 4 on the analytics in the back end. Them niggas is looking at the charts like, damn. Like, she did all of this and all of that, talking about she gonna be that, she gonna do this and that. Mamushi did not rise on iTunes. You talking about make some noise and do all of this, and it didn't go up at all. So what benefit did she really have? When Nicki Minaj did the VMAs 2 years in a row, not only did her album surge, I want to just tell you this, right? Just to kind of like put you in on it so that you understand some things that's happening, right? I want to say this, so just so that you get it, right? I am a chart... well, I think it's in me now, so I don't really have to say I'm a chart nerd, but I'm a chart nerd, a chart freak, and I understand how things happen. You want to know something that I know about 2 artists, maybe 3 artists, that when they do certain things, that things start to happen, right? When Nicki Minaj hits that gravel, when she hits the gravel and starts touring in the United States, you understand why, like, you started seeing like things from the chart pages saying that Pink Friday has re-entered the charts? Yeah, because when the queen touched the gravel and she started touring, the fans get emotion, and that's what creates that static, right? The same thing happens with Beyonce, Taylor Swift, with the big names. As soon as they touch down, the songs start going up. That's just, it's organic. That's just what happens, right? Megan Thee Stallion, she don't got that same type of effect. They really want you to think that that girl is powerful like that. She's really not. She's not. And now she coming out with the deluxe. She know that Nicki is coming out with the deluxe. You know what I'm saying, too? They want to be intertwined, and you know that she can't compete with Nicki when it comes to the numbers. I'm happy with everything that she did. It was lackluster. She did not trend. People was talking about Katy Perry. They was talking about Taylor Swift with the VMAs, right? Sabrina Carpenter. Imagine hosting the show and not trending for Megan Thee Stallion, the one who sipped that Don Julio by the gallon. Still. Imagine not trending. So listen, I had to come and do this video because I think that people are cuckoo in the mind. They think that it's something. Megan is pretentious. Everything relating to her. This deluxe album announcement, like, oh, you know, part 2. Well, is it really a deluxe or is it part 2? You know? And then let's talk about this. Let's talk about the flopature of it all, right? So Megan, she came out with that song with RM last week, Never Play or whatever, right? Now, that song, it had an opening day on Spotify where it did like 4 million on the global Spotify. It was #1 on iTunes, and then #2. That song plummeted. That song plummeted. Let me see right now where it is on iTunes. They need to put an SOS out to buy soon. Let me see where that song is on iTunes. Listen, and I want to just tell you this. I like to debate charts. This is my forte. This is where I'm comfortable at. I'm scrolling. Damn, out of the top 40 already? Out of the top 50, I see Houdini by Eminem. That is crazy. Never Play is number 66 on iTunes right now. Number 66. You got BTS. You making them look bad. And you think you could go, you think you could war and play with Nicki? You only in position. You tried to front hard because you did it at the, what was that, the UBS Arena or whatever they did the VMAs or whatever. She tried to front hard because she was in Queens, but you really played yourself. The karma is going to come back to you. I don't care how Megan Thee Stallion try to make it look to the public and try to make it seem like Nicki is the mad one. She's mad because you did WAP. It's not about that. It's all principle. You're going to pay for that too. You're going to pay for it. Anybody who tried to play on some malicious shit, they gonna pay for it. Cardi is paying for it now too. 7 flops, you know. Congratulations to Cardi. Said it in my last video. She just had a baby, you know. So want to show some sort of like, you know, understanding right there. But Cardi, she was involved, and you know, I think that she tries to put it off like she's unwittingly meaning that she wasn't aware of. You were aware of what Atlantic Records was doing. You were aware of what you were trying to do to like taint Nicki's image. Nicki is out on tour getting it. She's getting it right now, and it don't matter. Mamita, all of the blogs was posting it today. So listen, the steam is coming up. The steam is coming. Mamita is coming. People are saying they wanted a Latin artist on it or whatever. I just want Nicki to drop it. Whatever she does on Mamita, listen, I'm gonna be the greeter. I'm gonna play it, stream it, buy it, or whatever. And I think people get that twisted when they come to my channel and they see me being. I want to just say this right, just to clear this up. I realize now a stan is somebody who would just, you know, talk about all of the good things. I am definitely a Nicki Minaj fan, but if I feel like, you know, she should have stood down on some shit like that, then I'm gonna say that. I'm gonna say it. And if you don't like it, then find a new channel that you want to be around. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me tell you something. When I did that video, maybe 10 people unsubscribed, and then I gained more subscribers. Every time you drop a video, you're gonna gain subscribers. I'm never worried about that, you know? It's people who I appreciate, who I always see in my comments. Y'all always give me positive feedback or whatever, but the people who come and they just leave silly comments like I'm unsubscribing, what you want me to do? No, don't leave. I need you. What you want me to say? Leave. Do what's best for you. You understand what I'm saying? But I just want to make that clear when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion and Nicki Minaj. Competition is nada. You can't sell no records like Nicki. Listen, the crazy thing about it is it really blows my mind. I want you to go to the iTunes app. You got an iPhone? Go to the iTunes app. Look in the store. See how Megan is performing after having the largest viewership within 4 years, right? Even though they paint these headlines, and even within this story, they didn't put Megan's name. This is why I tried to tell y'all that the viewership and the ratings are bigger than the artist. It's bigger than Nicki, bigger than Megan, because any business, think about it in the business mind. I'm recording on a Sony camera right now, right? Sony ZV-E10, right? Now, if the Sony ZV-E10 sold 1 million cameras last year, next year, if they sold 1.3, that would be a gain for them. They'll be happy that they sold it, right? It's a gain. It's a plus. So the viewership and everything, the reach, they want to know that their award show is still being watched. And they tried to make it seem like more people were talking about that than the Super Bowl. They really tried to gas it. They said Paramount said that it was more engagement than the Super Bowl. Oh, you Super Bowl. So if they had more engagement and people was talking, why that talking ain't turn into album sales? Why Megan Thee Stallion? Because people wasn't talking about her, baby. That's the thing. They wasn't talking about her. So how is she her? We. How she her? How she her? And she can't even make the purr. How she her, baby? That's all I want to know. So don't compare to Nicki. Who want to play with Nicki? Got the power, I could tell my people spray like 50. Come on, bitch, I'm just put the milli on my bricky. Listen, I want to know. And if you're a Megan Thee Stallion fan, I posted something on my community page earlier. So listen, let me just say this before I get out of here. I posted something on my community page earlier, and somebody was like, so what? She's black. What them gals said? What them gals said here? What them gals say here? I said, so Megan Thee Stallion was a part of a show that seen an 8% surge in viewership. They pandered to Latin America for more viewers. As I look through the iTunes charts, I don't see the impact of her award show presence. Nicki Minaj makes appearances and the sales always surge. And that's a fact. That's a fact. The queen touch any show, the sales gonna surge, right? She steps foot in the United States with touring and an album and her album sell. Megan's album is on sale for a lousy $4.99, and you mean to tell me that they couldn't get at least to top 20? If her hosting had the impact, if her hosting and impact was so dominant, $4.99, and still at number 160. Still. Listen. So somebody said in my comments, they said, LaRon, you going too deep. We all know that she a flop. I ain't going too deep. So if you left this huge paragraph telling me what you done did research on, and you telling me I'm going too deep because I done compared the iTunes charts. No, the iTunes charts is a comparison that the girl ain't moving units like that after such an impactful, come on. Queen Nicki, dominant, prominent. That's a fact. I know that they be mad at that. You know what? You know what the real message is with some people, not this person I'm talking about. The thing about it is that a person, right, what they want to do is they want to, when I did that video the other day and I said I wish Nicki would have shut up, right? What they want to do is they want to take my shit and like try to make it, clip it and put it on Twitter and try to make people not like me no more. But what you don't realize is that I gave my opinion in that video, that leaves there, and then I start over with more content. So it's just like, you don't own me. You don't own my opinion. I'm going to say what I want to say. That just really pissed me off. So I had to really just kind of get it off. This is going to be my last video that I'm going to mention that. But yeah, it just pissed me off because I see the remnant still. People saying like, oh, you sound like you're switching up. Why? Because I said that you should have stood down. If your comprehension skills don't listen, over here is comprehension skills is top tier. If you watch my content, you should know how I feel and I think. Why do I gotta be in the comments playing reindeer games with y'all? Like, this is crazy to me. You already know it. Maybe you should go to an easy bake channel who just is gonna praise and do like I praise. Listen, and I give it up for probably 90, at least 97, 99% of everything. But there's gonna be some things that I don't like, and there's gonna be some things about me that you don't like. So just keep it real. You know what I'm saying? Potent, pondering, never pandering. Listen, subscribe to the channel, thumbs up the video. Let me know what you think about them trying to make Megan seem more than pretentious. Trying to make it seem like so many people tuned in. They tuned in because of the way that they promoted the awards. MTV is going to do that, put themselves in different markets to get what they got to get, to make the viewership go up, to make their show seem successful. It had nothing to do with Megan Thee Stallion, baby. It had nothing to do with her. And she didn't reap any benefit off of it. Like what? What benefit did the gal reap? They gave her 2 lousy awards talking about the trending song, and then the video, the awards that they gave her was just some scrapped up, some bullshit awards that's not even the main awards that they give out. Potent, pondering, never pandering. I'm up out of here. Peace.